Hello. Welcome to Nodal.Direct's podcast. Nodal.Direct is a SaaS-based technology company that helps hotels and travel businesses optimize their revenue. Today on this episode, we are with Shaurya. He's the co-founder of Nodal.Direct. Shaurya, welcome on the podcast.
Thank you, Chaitanya.
Shaurya, what according to you are the some challenges that are faced by the hotel industry in the areas of sales and revenue maximization today?
Great question. Um, I think in today's day and age, there are quite a few problems that are plaguing the hotel and the travel industry as a whole. But we will focus just specifically on the hotel industry. So, according to me, the top three problems that are really facing, giving hoteliers a challenge in terms of revenue maximization. Number one is oversupply of inventory. Number two is competition from independent B&Bs and upstart properties. And the last is an inability for of hotels to generate online bookings. So I'm going to delve a little deeply into each one of these. So according to me, oversupply is a phenomenon that has been increasing for the last 10 years, and that is basically because there has been a proliferation in the number of hotels, due to the economic boom. But now what we see is that the demand does not quite meet the supply. So in the end, hoteliers are sort of forced to sell rooms for lower costs, and there's a lot of unused inventory as well. So that is a trend that we are seeing across the world, and more so in places where demand is seasonal. And the second problem, I mean, I can't really call it a problem, but a challenge for established hoteliers is that due to technology and platforms like Airbnb and a lot other platforms, it has become easier for independent property owners, villa owners, rental owners that they can just list online and they can start generating revenue. Now, what that does is that definitely increases the choice for the user. So the user does end up winning, but your traditional hotels, they sort of lose some revenue due to the increased amount of competition. And lastly is the inability of hotels to generate their own direct bookings and revenue from their own websites, because there is a very heavy reliance on OTAs and channel managers. And more so because customers are attuned to booking from bigger sites, and their habits have changed towards that. So it's very tough for hoteliers to create that kind of stickiness and ensure that users actually book on their websites.
Well, those are some great insights. So, from your opinion, what are the solutions that could help tackle these issues that are so prevalent in the industry today?
Um, I think a very specific and sort of focused approach towards these three problems could definitely help. With regards to oversupply, dynamic pricing is something that is being seen to be very successful with hotels. And dynamic pricing was originally started by airlines, because the main idea was that you do not want to waste any inventory. So in the same way, a hotel room is also a perishable good. So it's very important for hoteliers to be practicing dynamic pricing, and there are many tools online that they can actually use. I really recommend that. So that is one way to make sure that their last sold inventory doesn't go for they always get the appropriate price. So demand can match supply in that case. So you can sell cheap at the last moment, and you can even sell expensive if you are able to sell out more. So, and with regards to competition from independent properties, I think hotels have to move away from just a room-based approach. They have to be more than a transactional good. They have to get into experiences and be able to tailor these experiences online on their website, or even utilize. It's always good to utilize newer technology, and Airbnb experience is one such thing that it's a very free platform. Anybody can get on it. So hotels, if they have these activities, it's a good idea to invest in something like that, so that they can actually reach out to the customer to have more than a stay. And the third is SEO. Inability to generate online bookings can definitely be conquered by just two things. One is great SEO, and one is trying to one is trying to dominate the mobile interface. SEO is more important than ever now, because the sheer volume, again, goes back to the oversupply problem. The sheer volume of hotels makes it impossible for a small or decent establishment small medium establishment to rank on the first few pages of Google. And this is a long term approach, and not just Google, just any other search engine like Yahoo, Bing, MSN. So this is something that a hotel has to focus on, and SEO is a very in-depth topic in itself. So I'll just try and cover as much as I can. And why I say mobile interface, because I think more than 80% of organic bookings are made through mobile. Uh, Laptops are not used as much as they were earlier. People are always on the go, and the mobile interface has to really be optimized for speed, delivery, screen size, user habits. So these are very important things that a hotel has to work on. And I'm sure by just tackling these three things, a hotelier can definitely see his revenues and sales going up.
Well, thanks, Shaurya. That has been very informative. And I hope this helps our listeners out there listening to us as well. To all our listeners out there, share and subscribe us and tune in every week to learn more about how to make more revenue from your hotel and rental businesses, and also stay updated with the latest travel technology trends in the world. See you next week.